to have you guys here. You guys may wonder, okay, I'm doing a phone review actually for the first time on this channel. This is what I actually wanted to do more on this channel, but I just found myself tilting toward happening currently on the internet, ways to gather phones online. So basically, that's that aside. Today I'm going to talk about a phone, and Umidigi A11 Max. As you already saw in the unboxing, yeah, A11 Pro Max. Basically, you saw in the unboxing on the phone. But the thing about this phone, why I really want to make a review about this phone, is the kind of reviews from buyers that I've seen on Jumia. They were like, actually these reviews are what really triggered me to go for this phone. When I lost my other phone, I wanted a phone that could perform on even better than that phone on a very low budget. I mean a very low budget, between 100 to 150 USD. And when I saw this phone falling, I saw crazy reviews about it. I said, okay, let me just go ahead and see how this phone actually performs. So we're just going to get into the video. I'm going to break down every single thing about the performance of this phone. I'm going to tell you the battery life. I'm going to tell you the user interface. I'm going to give you a whole lot of information about this phone. So if this is something that interests you, you're going to have to stick around and see the entire video and watch the entire video to the end before you make a purchasing decision. And then I'm going to compare it with my previous phone, the Jumia M12 that I had that was actually stolen. So you're going to have to stick around to the end of the video. So let's just get started. First things first, I'm going to talk about the user interface of this phone. I'll tell you for a fact. First of all, the fingerprint scanner is side mounted, like you already know. What the features of the phone are, so you already know it has USB Type-C, but it doesn't come with an earpiece off the box. Basically, let's start off with the fingerprint scanner here. Let me just put that off, show you that. If you take a look, I'm going to put my finger. It's not the fastest, like, you see that how long it takes to, it's not the fastest as compared with other phones that I've actually had my hands on and felt their response to fingerprint scanner. And that one aside, then there are literally no gimmicks on the phone like you would expect. You have some, I call it gimmicks or gestures. The only thing that comes with this phone is thermometer sensor that you use to see the body temperature and the weather, the environment, the objects. For instance, let me see, I have my PC here and I'm running in a game, just having fun playing cards around right now. So if I want to measure the temperature coming out of the PC, I'll just put on object, just tap objects here, right here, and then I'll click measure. Okay, so the temperature currently on my PC is 32 degrees. Yeah, actually to a very large extent, I think this is quite accurate. I can vouch for this one. But basically, if I go ahead, let me see if I can take the temperature of another part of the system, because I went over to the part of the system that has a fan. I don't know if you can see. Okay, I can't really show that, but this part has a fan. So if I go ahead and let me say I want to measure the table's temperature, let's just put it close to the table and tap on it. You can see the difference. It's 30.7 degrees. So basically this let me go back over and measure the air vents of the system where the fan is moderately hot. So let's just take it again. See, this saying is 32. Let me take it again. I think that's okay. Yeah, 34. So basically I took it away, but basically you get the idea. This is the feature about the phone that I really like a lot, and I think it's very functional. Another thing we want to look at now, this is not for me the phone you want to go for if you want a phone packed features. This is basically stock Android. Like, I've been waiting for years to lay my hands on the stock Android phone. So that takes us straight over to the camera. I think the pictures on this phone are quite great if you ask me. It has great picture, most especially the micro camera. Yeah, I'll show I have some of the pictures displaying on the screen right now. So it has awesome shots with the micro camera and the main camera for the 48 megapixels. But the slight problem here actually has to come from ultra wide angle lens is very poor. Like, it doesn't actually shoot real ultra wide angles, so small. Like the one it calls the wide angle is the one that most other phones will want to take as the normal camera, you understand? So it's not like very wide. So basically that's that for the camera. You can see some of the pictures on the screen right now. These are not edited pictures, they are just direct pictures from the camera. So basically that's that for the camera. Okay, now we want to talk about the battery. Yeah, let's talk about the battery. Right now it's on 68% while we're recording this video right now, 68%. But this is not to say the current battery status of the phone is it doesn't actually match a 5150 milliamp hour battery like the spec says. As compared with this phone right here, this phone has a rating of 5100 milliamp hour, and I can tell you this phone has the best battery management in the whole world. What they offer, basically you can say this is a powerhouse for gaming. Not that much of a gamer, but on the mid-range it's a gaming phone. While this one is not the best gaming phone, but I won't say that is why this one has a better battery management than this one. Because if a phone like this that has stock Android with no basically a very few apps pre-installed should have a very good battery management. I don't think battery is a strong point of this phone, because you can actually with mild usage it can only last you a day, while this phone here would actually last you a day and a half with mild usage. Yes, I use the phone basically, like I said, it was stolen, and I don't know, the country we live in is, it's like a dog eat dog place. So someone who thought it had better use for my phone actually took it from me, so I had to settle for this one. And I would say the battery on this phone is not actually the best for a 5150 milliamp hour battery. Nah, it could do better than that. So basically that's that for the battery. And the performance of this phone for gaming, let me refer to it in terms of gaming. I'm not much of a gamer, but I noticed something while I was playing Angry Birds. I noticed something that it wasn't as laggy as I had on this one. This phone was basically very laggy while I was playing Angry Birds. Like, it had to load. I don't know if it's actually the kind of software the Angry Birds uses, but it's the only game that at a point in time it just have this lag while it's loading up, while it's changing interface on the game. So basically, so let's just watch it load up. I don't know. Let's just see. I have to be going through this tutorial. Okay, let's just go in and swing some birds. I want to zoom in here so you can see. Okay, so what we have. Let's just go swing this. Quite smooth while I was playing games. It's quite smooth. I mean, okay. Let's just see it there. So you hear that. So it's easy on this one, rather than while I was gaming with this jumia M12, I had this lag anytime it was going to go away from the go to the next round. But this on this phone is pretty smoother. Like at this point, delays a bit, then it goes to the next stage. So that's just what I wanted to show you. But for general gameplay, I think it's quite smooth. Let me go. Let's check Infinity Ops and see. Let's do this now. Go. You can see this on LCD panel, so you can barely see some of the details on the game. So let's just go to battle and show you this. Let's go to battle. I'm having to use just one of my hands. Wait, I'm coming. Okay. Just killed. Just had a kill. Had another kill. So you can see the gameplay is quite smooth. Like this is not the heaviest games. I happen to have PUBG here. This is one of the games that, okay, let me just go out of here. This is one of the games I know a lot of people play on mobile. So, but just so happens that I have no idea of how that game's work. Let me look for it over here. Let's just test it out. It just happens that I have no idea how to play this game, like nothing at all. I couldn't go through the tutorial because I'm not, like I said, I'm not much of a gamer. I just want a game that when you start it off, you just go straight, you know what to do, and just start playing. But in case of PUBG, I'm really not I'm not down with fixing up all the settings and all that. I don't know. I really don't know how it works, but I'm just going to do a preview of it, and you can decide to know. You can decide to say, okay, yes, it runs as smooth, or it doesn't run as smooth, because it's a kind of game that most people use for the standards. Yeah. So let's see how it's going to handle it. So you guys can decide if it's running it smooth or not, because this is a very, very popular game. Literally everybody has it. So let's see. I really like the sound of this game. It's one of the best sounding games I've seen. You can hear that. Whoa. I don't know how is it supposed to start. This starting? Let's see. Basically, the way I do my reviews, I represent a user like you, or people out there who may not be that depth in, or who may not be so much of enthusiast generally. So I represent a lot of people, not a few people who are gurus. I represent everybody. Okay, so that's how we are launching. Let's see. I don't know. Notice to ensure experience. Nice network lags. Okay, I think I have a problem with my network. Check it out now. Okay, let's open. Okay, I don't know what to do with this, but let's see. Equip now. Do I do equip now? This equip now. Let's see. Play now. It's like the third time I'm launching this. Either the third time, yeah, this is the third time I'm launching this game. So I don't know. Play now. Okay. Tap to continue. Like that. Swipe left. You completed, achieve You completed the achievement link. Go. What is this? Am I supposed to do this now? Like, I thought it was... Man, this is not a good time. I'm doing a review. I have no idea where I'm... How did that come? How do I get out of here? Damn. Okay, do we just start this thing? Matching? What is really going on here, guys? Someone should explain to me. I'm sorry, but I'm really naive in this. I have no clue what's going on. Absolutely no clue what's going on right now. Another thing, I didn't have PUBG on this phone because, like I said, I had no use for it. I was basically using this phone. I wasn't going to do a review or anything for it, so I didn't bother putting it. But from my guess, I don't think it would have handled it very well. Okay, so what am I supposed to do now? Am I supposed to run? Let's see. Supposed to run and do what? Okay, what's going on? What am I supposed to do? See, a lot of people would like dress like me, yeah. Let me just try and turn the camera around. I'm filming with one hand and I'm playing with the other hand, so okay, interesting. So guys, from the little you see, do you think it's handling PUBG very well? I know this has been a little bit of drama, but do you think it's handling very well? So I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it's not, but like I said, I'm not a gamer. The only game I enjoy playing, or I play a lot, you must have noticed from the notification, is Clash of Clans. Yes, this has to do with the brain. It has to do with you know, being very conservative and all. So basically, I play Clash of Clans a lot. I play like every time. This is fun for me. So this is the game I can say, okay, I can tell you it handles, like, it just doesn't handle it handles it very well. But it brings me to another part of the review about the screen. You see the screen size, it's a large screen, but what it does to most apps on landscape is that it has this truncating part of the screen. You can see this normally on this gameplay. You have you have the screen limited to this. You see most of the icon ends up at this point. So at the rest of the screen, like you see here on my other phone, it's ended at this point, but here it's coming out. So this is basically useless. This part of the screen is basically useless. Why I'm actually saying this is, if I go over to YouTube right now, if I go over to YouTube and Mr. Who's the Boss.
This is the Nokia 9 PureView, and I've taken it on a tour all the way around central London.
Let that talk a lot. So you can see it has this dark ending. Same with this side. You see this very big dark ending here. I understand it's possibly the video resolution or the screen resolution, but what I'm saying is the screen, the length of the phone just doesn't have this ratio to screen body for it to play very well. Basically, this happens mostly for landscape apps. Okay, but if you're on portrait mode, you don't really experience it. And another thing is, I had to throw in a launcher on this phone. I'm having Nova launcher on this phone because the default launcher that came with the phone is really awful. It's really awful. I don't know, that's basically not even a launcher. You're not going to enjoy working with that launcher at all. The apps that take full advantage of this screen are actually a portrait viewing app. I just launched Twitter now. Let me get out of this. You can see this Twitter. You can see it's from top to bottom. It takes advantage of the entire screen because it's a portrait mode app. Okay, the connectivity of this phone is not the best. Like you saw when I tried to put on the Wi-Fi. Let me just show you. I'm just on my Wi-Fi right now. You can see it's obtaining IP address, and this is already saved network on this phone. But see how long it's going to take to connect this. You see, this is just the phone. Now it's connected. This is just the phone, nothing else. Like, this has nothing to do with my Wi-Fi network. The connectivity is quite poor. If you go over to data connectivity as well, it's not the fastest to connect a data network. See how long it took. Sometimes it takes even longer. Okay, right now it's quite fast, but it takes even longer sometimes. And then another thing is, it can actually get a bit warm, but that is very insignificant, because I think a lot of phone gets warm when used. But so I will not say it's a downside of this phone. But for this very phone, I actually didn't experience any form of heat while I was using this phone. I mean, for the Jumia M12, I literally didn't experience any single form of getting heat up. So maybe it's the processor, maybe it's but it gets warm from time to time. And then wow, one last thing, one very important thing for a lot of you guys who like to play music, but this phone has one of the worst speakers you can have out there. Like, one of the worst speakers. I'm actually recording this video on a Samsung device that has one of the best speakers out there. So I'm going to play one song. I don't want to be closed for copyright, so I don't know a song I can play right now. But basically, I don't know, maybe I don't know how to get a song that's not going to give me a strike on my video, but you just get the idea. The speakers are let me check. Let me play this one. You can hear that. The speakers are not rich, like very, very poor speakers. If you already have had a phone with good speakers, you'll know this has terrible speakers, I tell you. So all in all, my final conclusion about this phone is, I don't think it's really worth the hype. I don't think it's really worth the hype, because a lot of people have hyped this phone up. When I actually wanted this phone, I was so much in a rush to get it from Jumia. That's the only platform I know I could get the phone. And sometimes you come online on Jumia and then you see it right now, then the next minute you're not going to see it. So right now I'm even going to go online and check it up, but not while I'm recording this video, so I may not be able to decide that. So we're going to check that up later. But the thing is, you may not see the phone while you're on Jumia. So I wanted the blue one, so I was so much in a rush. Let me just take this pouch out of it so you can feel. I'm so sorry I haven't taken it out all along while I was recording, so you can feel. Let me just do this so you can feel the beauty of the phone. Okay, see that? So I wanted the bluish one, you know, that's what I wanted, but I couldn't get that one because I was so much in a hurry to get the phone. I didn't even realize I ordered this very variant, okay, this very one. I didn't realize this was what I ordered. So it came already, and I was like, wow, something is not right. Then I remembered, oh, I got this. So basically, the phone is so much of a hot piece that you may not even find it on Jumia right now. Even if you see it today, you may not see it tomorrow. But the judgment is, if you really want to get this phone, I think there are whole lot of other phones that are similar price and I think better performance. In general, is it worth the money? I'll say yes, it's worth it for the big space and its ability to handle a lot of apps. But for these features, extra features you get on phones these days, it's basically stock Android. You get nothing, literally nothing on this phone. Even the camera features, they are non-existent. The best you can get from the camera is slow motion. So basically, it's just a phone that you have to customize 100%, and I'm not that kind of a guy. So basically, these are not the kind of phones I want to be going for personally. So I think I should be able to help you make a proper buying judgment with this review. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point I'll say thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.